Kingdom Come Deliverance is an action role-playing game developed by Warhorse Studios for the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. It's set in medieval Bohemia, a region in the modern-day Czech Republic. The story has the player take control of Henry, the son of the blacksmith in the village of Skalitz, as he helps his father forge a new sword for the knight Sir Radzik. However, it's not long before the village is raided and the sword stolen. From this point, the game world is pretty much open for the player to explore and interact with, and the story itself becomes surprisingly engrossing. I won't spoil too much, as I truly believe that this game should be experienced as blind as possible, but the story is really quite good. The game runs on the CryEngine, and as to be expected, it looks amazing even on lower settings. Which I guess is a good thing, because the game does have an optimization problem when it comes to cities. Whilst out in the forest, the game performs very well. But as soon as you enter a city like Rate, oh boy. Say goodbye to that 60 FPS and hello 20 to 40 FPS. The game features a pretty unique combat system, in which you can attack from 5 different angles. Which admittedly, when you first start playing, does feel pretty odd, but stay with it for a few hours, as both you and Henry gain more combat experience, it will become much easier. There are a number of different weapon types in the game, such as swords, maces, pikes, and bows. However, in my roughly 30 hours of gameplay, I've only really used the sword and the bow, so I can't truly say how the other weapons perform. Also, another thing about the combat system, the feedback you get from hitting an enemy is really low, so you're often not sure how much damage you're actually doing to the enemy, and this does make the combat feel clunkier than it should be. Like pretty much any RPG game, Kingdom Come Deliverance uses a skill and perk system. I won't go into too much depth, but you can expect to see the standard RPG attributes like vitality, speech, and strength, as well as a few more unique skills like drinking and reading. Now I love that they included reading as a skill because it makes sense from both a narrative and historical sense. Most people in the medieval age didn't know how to read or write, and the common blacksmith boy is no exception.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
The dialogue system in Kingdom Come Deliverance is also pretty well done. There are simple speech checks, but also reputation, intimidation, and what I can only describe as nobility checks. This is affected by your character's armor and clothing, as well as its condition and or quality, as well as if the clothing has blood or mud on it. All in all, this adds another layer of depth to the game. In conclusion, Kingdom Come Deliverance is honestly what I'd probably describe as a game I never knew I wanted. From the outside it might look like a regular RPG, but its attention to detail in its world and mechanics is something I never really knew I wanted in this capacity. That being said, the game can be very tedious at times, and very confusing in some of its design decisions, especially like its saving system, which requires you to have a special item called a save-ish snaps, to be able to save manually, and I find that this would be very off-putting for many players. Regardless, if you're a fan of hardcore RPGs, I definitely recommend you picking this one up, because this game is definitely geared towards that sort of audience. The kind of people who want a hardcore role-playing game with hundreds of hours of gameplay, and a world they can truly get lost in.